Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That is, in fact, a very short poem by Mary Oliver. Welcome to Our Human Sustainability. So that poem shared to me by my close friend, shout out Tim Hewer, is kind of the catalyst of an entire project that I was doing previously that I have transitioned into Our Human Sustainability. So let's talk about how I got here. In 2020, I took a journey during a period of our lives called the quarter-life crisis, a time when we were questioning and rethinking our entire outlook on life and our relationships and our career, basically everything about ourselves and what it's going to look like for the rest of our lives. I built a website, I launched a podcast, I interviewed incredible people all going through the same time in their lives. And through that shared phenomenon, I was able to share with the world advice around people going through their quarter-life crisis. Now, I started the podcast in 2020, but the quarter-life crisis has been happening for probably like 2-ish years. And after those 2 years, I finally took my own advice, made it through the podcast, made it through the quarter-life crisis, and at that point in time, I figured out what I'm truly passionate about. And what I was passionate about was just life in general, how to improve it, how to lengthen it, and how to just enjoy it more. I really loved the quarter-life crisis website and the podcast, and I really wanted to keep doing it. And so I just kind of decided to transition it to a much bigger umbrella that just included the quarter-life crisis. The quarter-life crisis is just part of that. And this bigger umbrella would allow me to talk to people and to research things that I'm trying to learn more about and just to share that with the world, or at least whoever is going to listen to this. And thus, Our Human Sustainability was born. When you think of sustainability, you normally think of the environment, and rightfully so. You know, we only have one planet, but I'm more focused on the fact that we really only have one life. There's so many factors that wrap up into you and your sustainability as an actual human being, and that's kind of the stuff that I became passionate about. So the quarter-life crisis fit this umbrella and allowed me to kind of build this thing out based on 4 pillars. And so Our Human Sustainability breaks down into 4 basic pillars. Number 1, you have food and sleep. Number 2, you have physical and mental health. Number 3, you have relationships and experiences. And number 4, you have the work you do and the fun you have. So these are all things that I care deeply about right now. But more importantly, I care about sharing these things with everybody that's interested in them as well. And like I said before, I've taken a lot of my own advice this year. I focused on my physical and mental health. I was able to lose 50 pounds. I wanted to learn and just become a better person, so I read over 20 books. I changed the foods I was eating, not as like a fad diet, but just to overall learn so much more about food and what we're actually putting into our bodies. And I made a massive career change that completely changed my view on the world and, quite frankly, my own mental health. Now, as much as I hate to admit it, there's absolutely nothing that is special about me. I'm an average person. And if I can make all these changes in my lives, and if I can see the kind of change and happiness level that I'm having, I firmly believe that you can as well. So welcome to the OHS community. We are happy to help you, and we're excited to grow with you. And you're going to hear the sign-off phrase a lot from me because I think it's really important to understand that I am just a normal person. I want to drive that home. Just a normal person. Too many people you hear about right now online are self-proclaimed experts that are trying to push some sort of product on you, like courses that you can learn from, or recipe books, or things that are probably things you can probably just find on the internet yourself. And so that's why I think it's really important to understand that I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, I'm just a normal guy in a quest of bettering himself. Welcome to Our Human Sustainability.